Welcome to See You on the Internet, a podcast exploring life, love, and the pursuit of happiness in the age of the internet. We're your hosts.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicole.
Let's get into it.
Another week with my best friend.
Another week with my best friend.
What could be better than this?
Truly nothing. Like, actually nothing.
It's kind of crazy, though, because I do save a lot of my stories to, tell you.
I know.
For the podcast. And we always talk about how, we don't talk in between, podcasts. So I'm really excited to see how our 75 Hard BFF
impacts the podcast.
Because and, how it impacts the podcast. Because you're going to be hearing from me, several times a day now.
I know. Unheard of.
Sort of your dream, I think.
No, truly. This is actually my dream. And I can't believe you're the one that came up with it. I feel like this is a present for me.
Happy early birthday. Happy early Christmas.
Nicole willingly texting me multiple times a day. What?
What?
Whoa. She's accessible all the time?
That's crazy.
Wow.
I'm excited about it, though. I think it's going to be really fun. I think it's fun to challenge myself to do things that I don't normally do.
AKA text your best friend.
AKA text my best friend. I think more than
crazy challenge for yourself.
Well, obviously we talk in a variety of group chats. I hear from you. We're both on the Instagram together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways that we're connected, right?
But it's not meaningful connection.
No, I don't think we haven't had very much meaningful intentional connection in a while.
I agree.
And so
this
is what I ended up.
Not to mention, we finally have a date on the books to see each other in real life, and it will be I think it will be the longest we've gone without seeing each other since very, very early 2017.
Since we became friends, maybe?
Yeah. 6 full months.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I can't remember the last time we went that long.
Disgusting. No, I don't think we ever have.
Oh, is this growing up? Is this adulthood and not having as much free time anymore because you have too many responsibilities? You can't just on a whim pick up and go see your best friend?
It's so repulsive.
That's I actually rebuked that in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Stay away, Satan. Get out of my activities and hobbies.
I hate it.
But you know what?
It's a gross number too.
Yeah, we've got it on the books.
Yeah, thank God. That's all that matters.
And it's gonna be a full fun weekend. Everyone keeps asking me, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, I don't know. I'm taking this weekend, that we're together as my pseudo birthday weekend. Good. So.
Well, because then I'll also potentially, hopefully get to see you a mere 2 days before your birthday, which is exciting.
Very
which
true.
Also, can we stay at your apartment that weekend?
Yeah, of course.
Is Carly going back at the same time as you?
I don't know when she's going back, but either way, you can stay in my room. Doesn't matter.
Thanks. But that's a treat because I it's weird that I've never spent your actual birthday with you. It feels weird.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of my friends that I made in adulthood, college after, really have not spent my birthday with me because it's
4 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
So hard.
That's why everyone keeps asking me oh, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, between getting back from Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving's late this year, so it's the last weekend in November, and that leaves 2 weekends that I'm home in New York to celebrate my birthday. And one thing about getting older is that people have plans and people have other friends and holiday parties book up. And I just don't, unfortunately, this is sad, but I feel a lot of the times, I don't feel my birthday is a priority for a lot of people.
Which is insane because every single time that you have a birthday celebration, in New York, there's at least 50 people there.
I just feel it's hard. It's one of those things where it's people do show up, but then they show up for 30, 60 minutes and then leave, you know? And so it's like I do have a lot of friends, but they're coming like transiently, like to the party, which is fine. But I also feel like it's hard, I don't like to ask for things when it's related to me and my emotional well-being. That it's hard for me to be like, no, I want people to show up for my birthday when it's like such
Yeah.
a packed couple of weeks for people
Yeah.
that it's like I don't know. I feel guilty about it. So that's something that I can unpack in therapy. But I just feel like as I get older, my birthday is becoming less important to me, which I kind of hate because I do love celebrating other people's birthdays with them.
No, I feel that so hard because we're born several months apart, but I feel as though we suffer from the same close to holiday
Mhm.
issue where my birthday is always Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And which, on paper is awesome. And
Mhm.
like for the most part is great because I know that like my really close friends, aka you, are always gonna like it's a fun excuse to like do something. But like it's
Mhm.
hard because I feel like my friends that like all my other friends, like people have plans for Memorial Day weekend every year. So it's like hard to plan like something with like a lot of people,
Yeah.
which is
So
always
that's why I celebrated my birthday in May this year
yeah,
because you know what? Why not? Why not?
why not?
So we'll see. I still don't know. Everyone's kind of bugging me, so I'll feel like I'll probably do like maybe a brunch or a dinner or something the weekend before. But I'm also like,
But also like
you're gonna be
when?
in
Like
town.
we're busy.
And yeah,
We got shit to do.
yeah. So you and me are booked and
We are.
busy.
We've
So we'll
got we've got parties, we've got concerts,
see. Mhm.
we're here,
We
there,
have
and everywhere.
to go. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That's I was gonna say a couple of months. It's quite literally only like 6 weeks away.
Oh
So
God.
and on my timeline, New York timeline, 6 weeks is too late to start planning something, by the way. So
Perfect.
it's fine. 32, no big deal.
We're
Who
having
cares?
fun. We're having fun. We're having fun.
We were having fun because you and I got to see our favorite artist this past
Yeah, we
week.
did. Yeah, we did. Mere days
And I
apart.
want to talk about it. I want to talk about it so much.
I have to talk about it because for so many reasons we have to talk about it. So Nicole and I both went to see Dermot Kennedy, Irish, if you couldn't tell by the name, singer-songwriter, the voice of a fallen angel. Like like someone said like, "Oh, he has the voice of an angel." And I was like, "No, cuz his voice isn't like pretty enough for an angel. Like it's a
Yeah,
fallen angel because it
yeah,
is really you're feeling things. It's
yeah.
like deep, it's gravelly. He kind of sounds like he's gargling rocks like in the like non-derogatory, like
But it works
complimentary.
so
It is
well.
just like one of the most incredible voices of our time.
Of our generation, one of the best songwriters of our
Oh, like
generation.
sorry, to go back to the life of a showgirl, like Taylor Swift, who like sorry, Dermot's my English teacher. Like
Yeah,
if Taylor Swift is an English teacher, she's like
she's remedial.
she's remedial English and Dermot is like AP lit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the things that he writes and the words that like come out of his brain, I'm like I'm
I'm
ill.
constantly learning new vocab words when I'm
No,
listening.
it's like they make me ill. Like it's so beautiful. It just like really makes you feel things
I cry
every
every
single
single
time. No, every
time.
time.
Every single time he moves me to tears.
Like you just like feel the emotion in his voice as he's singing. He is like one of those people that is like he is just like equally as good but also better live. You know what I mean? Like
I think he's better live.
well,
Like I think
here's
that
the thing is what I mean like by equally is like there are some people that you're like they're better live because like
Mhm.
recorded they don't sound that good. Like
Yeah,
recorded is like very bad, like not bad, but like fine, but then
yeah.
live you're like, "Oh, they're actually really good," or like they're like
Mhm,
musicians are really great and they're like better live show.
mhm.
Dermot's an incredible singer whether it's recorded or live. However,
100%.
like live just adds like a whole nother layer.
Live, Dermot Kennedy is a religious experience.
Truly.
I feel every single feeling when I'm in the same room as Dermot
Yes.
Kennedy and he's opening his mouth. Like you're feeling every single emotion that he's feeling on that stage. Like, I don't know how he does
Well,
it,
it's
but I'm
insane.
like, I understand religion.
Yeah.
I understand groups of people coming together to sing songs
Mm-hmm.
and get closer to God, because that is a Dermot Kennedy
Yes.
concert.
100%. He's just, God, he's so good. And
And we could sit here for 2 hours and be like, Dermot Kennedy, so
and
good.
like every time I say he's so good, I say it with a different like feeling in my chest. Like he's just so good. Like it's sickening. Like it's actually so stupid how good
And
he is at what he does.
it is. And you know how Taylor and Maddie famously said, we say Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist? That's how I feel
Yes.
about Dermot Kennedy. But I have conflicting thoughts
I
about
know.
this, because, yes, I want him to be a bigger artist. However, I want to gatekeep him as
Right.
well, because it was hard enough to even get fucking tickets to a show this time around.
I know.
And I'm pissed off about it.
And
You know, I
like
had to pay off black market value to go to the show. And while it was 100% worth it,
yeah.
I'm so mad about it.
Like I also just think, not that I don't want him to be a bigger artist, but like I don't think the general public is like emotionally
You're
good
right.
enough for him. Like I'm
I
sorry, but being famous isn't good enough for him, because like people won't get it, and then people will try to change him. And we already saw that happen.
It's
We
Sonder.
saw it happen with Sonder. His second full album
Yeah.
was where his first album had done so well, and like clearly he had a following, and it felt like I don't I want to be one of the people like the management made him, the label made him do something, and like
Well,
but
it was
like
like when Giants came out and we had to listen to it on the radio all the time. And I was like, this isn't even the best. Like, this is
right,
the worst song he's ever put out. And keep in mind, still a good song, but it on my ranking, low on the totem pole. I was like, this was clearly made for a radio hit.
right.
And they remixed it to High Heavens.
Yeah, and like yeah, and I just think that like that album was very much like, whether it was him and the label and management and like whatever, just kind of being like, okay, first album did great, like let's add some like beats to these
Mm-hmm.
songs, and like let's make them a little bit more like mainstream friendly so we can like continue the success. And I think one of the best things that has ever happened was that album not doing that great, and him being like, actually and like listening and having being his fans being like, don't do that again, and
Yeah.
him being like, heard,
Heard.
going back to my roots. And then by the way, best songs you've ever heard are coming soon. Like
Quite literally.
like
Quite literally.
sorry, I actually don't want to hear a beat. I don't. I want to hear one man playing a piano and a guitar. Like one man show.
No synthetic
No,
sounds on a Dermot Kennedy album ever again.
no.
But you know what this speaks to? I wrote a couple of notes down, because first of all, we've been seeing Dermot Kennedy for quite a few
Yeah,
years at this point now. I used to laugh all the time because he had no stage presence at all. He would play song, 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 get off the
yeah.
stage. He never spoke to the crowd. He never did any crowd work. It was just like he was there to play his music and then he was getting off the stage. This tour, he's really speaking to the crowd.
It
He's talking
it felt
about
like
a
we
lot
were
of,
on at like MTV like Storytellers. Remember that show? That's what I felt
yeah.
like I was at, and it was incredible.
Yeah, so he's really telling a lot. He's talking a lot about, the inspiration behind some of his songs. And for one of them, he was talking about how he wrote a song, or he writes a lot of his songs from a place of fear that the the present moment is going to end, which I was like, Kate and I have talked about extensively about how
Extensively.
we struggle with
Being present.
living in the moment and being like, while we're having such a good time, we're really sad it's going to be over
Like,
soon.
case in point, the first night of our like 10-day Italian vacation, Nicole and I are already sad about the vacation being over. We haven't even slept in Italy yet. We haven't gone to bed one single time, and we are already talking about how sad we are that the trip's going to be over. We have
And I know you and I have been trying and trying and trying and trying to be more present, but I just think that you and I are so nostalgic to a fault
yeah.
that we simply are just,
Sometimes I'm nostalgic about things that haven't happened yet. Like,
yeah.
I think about going to New York for your birthday in, like, a little over a month. I'm nostalgic for that time. I'm like, "We're gonna have the best weekend that, like, I'm gonna be thinking about that for so long, like, I'm gonna wish that I could relive that weekend." Like, sorry, that's 6 weeks away from now. What do you mean, Kate? What do you mean? Like, what? I'm just unlocking new layers of mental illness every day.
Every day we're peeling back a new layer, learning something new about
Ogres
ourselves.
are like onions. I am like an
Hey,
onion, and every single layer is a new form of nostalgia.
it's rotten.
That too.
Anyway, he's talking about, coming writing from a place of fear and really struggling with kind of creating his own happiness outside of success. And he talks about how, like, he's like, one of the best and most exciting things of my career was playing a sold out show at Madison Square Garden. And he's like, and I don't know if I'll ever want to or will play another show at Madison Square Garden, but like that was such a career high for me. And he was like, at any moment the tides could shift and all of this could be taken away from me. And like, I don't know. And like, it's really important to me to not tie my happiness to the success of my music. And I was just like, that is so needed. He read my ass to filth. He said, I know you need to hear this right now, that you are not worth what you do.
Mhm.
And I literally have not stopped thinking about him saying that since Monday.
Mhm.
And it's now Thursday. So thank you, Dermot, for doing my therapy for me.
Really changing your life.
Yeah. But I was like, I feel like also too, like you and I live that
Yeah.
experience too, around like pivoting at the height of our success with Two Girls. We said, simply not driving us to be happy anymore. Like, it's not doing the thing that we want to do anymore. Time to try something new. And really struggling with tying how we feel about ourselves to whatever we want it to be and not to how other people are viewing us on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easy,
It's
but
not.
every day we're learning, we're growing, and we have Dermot Kennedy's music to get us through.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think another part of the show that really struck me, and I hate to put you on blast, like I don't mean for any of, like, I hope you know that this is coming from a place of like, I just love you so much. He was talking about how he writes a lot of his songs like either from like love or fear or something. He's like, but I've only ever written one song from a place of anger.
Yes.
He was like, I've written one song from a place of anger. And he was like,
Mhm.
and it was just about a friend of mine who was kind of unlucky in love and things weren't working out. And I just love this person so much. And like, I just really want people, or like want them to find the person that is gonna like
Mhm.
love them as much as I do, and like that
Mhm.
they're like worth all of this stuff. And I literally was just sitting there, I was like, that's Nicole for me. And I was like, I would write a song out of anger like that too. And so like, I hope you don't take that the wrong way. Like I hope, like,
No.
I just like, it really hit me and I got very emotional.
Yeah. I think too, like Dermot's music to me is like every single time I've seen him or heard a new song, it's been such an emotionally charged kind of moment in my life. Like all of his music is so tied to like very certain moments in my life, and uh, he's my adult Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
right? Like I think about the fact that I love early Taylor Swift because like being a teenager and kind
Hmm.
of going through all of these different life changes and having crushes on boys and doing the highs and the lows of high school. And I just feel like Dermot Kennedy has been that artist for me in my 20s and 30s.
Hmm. Yeah, because his music is like more talks about like more mature themes,
Mhm.
Whereas we've said Taylor continues to sing about high school because that's really all she's ever known.
I was really depressed though because the girls next to me at the Dermot show were talking about how apparently he's a dad.
What?
He has a child.
This man is so private for someone that like is a
I
public figure,
know.
and it blows my
And
mind.
that's why I don't think he could ever actually be famous.
Right.
Like he is awarded such
Yes.
privacy that we do not get to see
Yeah.
in celebrities and artists of this generation. They were like, yeah, he's a dad. Like his like neighborhood, like his whole community basically like allows him and his wife like the privacy of being like not famous. And I'm like, he's a dad? And you're telling me I'm not the mom? I love that
Crazy.
man.
Wow.
And I too was like talking to Carly recently where I was talking about how I really didn't like Timothy Chalamet's new haircut, buzz cut. And I do think I hold a lot of PTSD with the buzz cut
I think
haircut.
you do too.
You know, I think that was, you know, I just don't, it's like a fight or flight situation for me. I see a man with a buzz cut and I get triggered. But Dermot Kennedy, man,
He would
I
look
love his buzz
so
cut.
weird with any other haircut, I think.
Any other hair.
Sorry, any hair on his head. I would
I
be like,
just am like,
actually,
I can't
get that out of here.
envision at all. Anyway, if you don't know who Dermot Kennedy is,
Get on
please
it.
go listen to him because also tie back TG1F. Danny did sing with him once when they were at an Australian festival. I'm still not unconvinced that Danny wasn't in the room on Monday. I could feel his spirit close by. I don't know what he's up to, but I think that they're good friends. And so if Danny loves Dermot, then you know we love Dermot.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I do want to call on one weird thing that happened
speak
at
on it.
both of our shows.
That's next on my agenda.
Like, was this tour cursed for him? And I would love if anyone listening to this went to a Dermot Kennedy show that was not Boston or Brooklyn, if this happened at your show. Like, I need to know if this was like a regular occurrence. But both of our shows got stopped multiple times for medical emergencies in the crowd. Keep in
Like literally.
mind, my show was a seated venue.
Oh, everyone was seated?
Yes, it was a seated venue because it was at the Orpheum, like right.
Did you purchase your
Yeah.
seats, or was it like first come
No,
first served?
it was like purchasing your
Okay.
seats. So it was at the Orpheum, which is in downtown Crossing, you know, like down that
I know
weird
where
street. Because like that it's usually a theater for like plays and like the ballet comes to town and like they do it there and stuff. So there's like it's permanent seats. So the whole entire venue is seated. So first of all, what's going on?
Okay. That's crazy. I thought maybe like the floor was like
No,
standing.
there's no GA at all. No one's standing, everyone's sitting. Twice this show got stopped to the point where like Dermot is like, put up the house lights, like we need lights, like is not singing, and like the lights are coming on because there's like a medical emergency. I think one of them was a fight maybe, and then I don't know. I'm like, why are we fighting at the Dermot Kennedy show? Like, please be so
Guys,
real,
this
guys.
music is not fighting
No.
music.
Couldn't tell you what was going on. Another one I think was that someone passed out because I think the balcony was really hot because it's like a very old venue. So I think someone passed out. But like the second medical emergency, unsure if it was a fight or not, like the house lights were on for like 20 minutes. Like Dermot left the stage. Like he was like, I'll be back in a sec. Like, what was he just gonna do? Stand there? Like, so he like left. The lights are on. Everyone's talking. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And like, then he came, and I was like, "It's weird that it happened twice."
Yeah.
And then I'm texting you guys about this, and then on Monday, Carly texts and goes, "We just had multiple medical emergencies at our show too." What?
Honestly, like at least for me, and this is something that I've been noticing at a lot of shows, is that so it was all full GA show. Everyone was standing room only, whatever. And the camping culture for barricade GA shows is kind of out of control these days. And the fact that I just don't think that people know how to nourish their bodies
Yeah.
for that amount of time, right? Like people will stand and be outside all day waiting to be let in to go to the show. They also don't want to have to leave the barricade, so they're not drinking water, they're not eating anything, so they don't have to go to the bathroom. And when you're in a tight space like that and you haven't had anything to drink or eat in hours and you're not taking care of your blood sugar, you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Especially if your emotions are heightened, you're excited, you're like feeling things, you're
yeah.
sweating, like you're guys.
And you're ruining it for everyone, by the way. Like, I'm sorry, there does not need to be 4 people passing out every single show.
No.
And also, by the way, this was not even that tight of a crowd. You could have easily exited the like general admission pit area. I was leaning over to Carly. I was like, remember when we'd have to leave and it would be like at like the all-time low shows,
And
like
you were like fighting for your life to get out.
Fighting for your life.
And you're like, let me out. Like if I get out, you could go in closer, like let me out.
We used to pull the I'm gonna throw up card. Like you'd look like you were about to throw up, people would get the fuck out of your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Are the kids not doing that these days anymore? Like are you not like move or I'm gonna puke on you?
And also, again, I cannot stress this enough. This is a Dermot Kennedy concert.
It's a Dermot Kennedy concert.
Nobody's moshing. No one's really dancing. Like the most you're doing is like swaying to like. So like, what is going on? Really,
it's an epidemic that needs to be put to rest.
And
like
I couldn't when I was in high school. Sure. Did I use my size to my advantage to get to the barricades? Yeah, of course I did. I was teeny tiny. I was so small. I was going under people's elbows. Like I was just like slipping through the cracks and getting up there. Nowadays, you couldn't pay me. If you gave me $100 to go stand at the front of a concert, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. You could give me $500. I'm still not doing it. My ass is in the back. I'm like on the sides. I need room. I need space. If another human being is close enough to physically like touch my body, I don't want to be there.
You don't want to be there.
If I can hear the conversation of the person next to me, I don't want to be there. And this is where I'm like, I've always thought I was an extrovert. Maybe I'm not. And maybe I have some social anxiety issues. And I just am like, I don't want to be around people that I don't know. And that's just kind of it. Like, why do I care? I don't want to hear your conversations. I don't know you. I don't want you to be touching my body. I don't want to touch your body. I don't know you. Get away from me.
Well, the whole conversation thing is a whole nother subject because people do not have concert etiquette
No, they're shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Why are you here if the whole time you're just going to have a conversation?
Literally, shut up. There was not a place to hang out.
When the opener, I don't know if he did this at your
concert. Did he sing, like, go in front of the mic and just sang, like, a cappella?
Yeah. But keep in mind, the Boston Paramount is a very, very not large, but it's a pretty large room. Carly and I were like, we can't hear jack shit. But also, people in the balconies were just yapping. This girl, oh my God. And it's like, and all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating noise. That's what it was. Yeah. Someone literally was like, shut the fuck up, like in dead silence. And it was hysterical. And then everyone like cheered and whooped. And that girl just like stopped talking. But I was like, can you not recognize that there's not a single other noise in the venue right now? And you're going to continue to run your fucking mouth?
Like, what is so important? What is so important? Go to the bathroom to talk. I don't know. Yeah, at ours too. Like honestly, I will say, especially, I just feel like a seated show, people are so much more respectful. Like we're sitting. The vibes are different when you're sitting. I'll say that much. The vibes are different when people are seated. And I like that. I'm about that. So yeah, most people are very quiet while this man is singing. Again, the balcony a little bit loud, but then they had the doors open to like the hallways where people were like walking, and so and like the bathrooms were, and so that was loud. But again, but I do love a vibe of when everyone is kind of on the same page and everyone's like shh, shh, and like telling people like stop talking, and I'm like yeah, tell them. I'm not gonna, but you should. I'm not having a confrontation here, but I'm thinking it. But you all should tell
And the
them.
thing is, though, is that I love those moments because it's like, again, going back to feeling like you're at church. Dermot is like singing a cappella, like there's not a, you could hear a pin drop, and everyone is just like
Yes.
silently hanging on every word. And that's the thing too, I get annoyed with, where I'm like, I don't want other people to sing out loud at a Dermot
No,
Kennedy show.
unless
Like,
he's like, "Hey, I need you guys to sing this part." And then I'm
yeah,
like, "Sure," because you told me to. But
yeah.
everyone else,
But
I'm not here to see you. I don't want to
I'm
hear
like,
your voice.
it's fine. Like at a Sabrina Carpenter show or at like a big pop show, whatever. Everyone's singing, having a good time. At a Dermot Kennedy show, everyone needs to zip their lips. I don't want to hear a single person singing next to me.
Yeah.
Move your lips. Don't say any words if you
Let's
want
lip
to.
sync.
Lip sync the entire time,
And
please.
I'm going to say an unpopular opinion.
Say it.
I would like that at every show. I would like everyone to shut up for every show that I go to. Because once again, I don't want to hear your conversations. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear your singing voice, especially at a big pop show. Guess what? I paid a lot of money for these tickets. Those fucking tickets, expensive as fuck. And I would like to hear the person sing that I came here to hear sing.
And when Kata and I are at the MGK show, when she's here in New York, and I catch her singing a song, I'm calling her out on it.
Yeah, you want to know what? That's so fair because I will be. I will be singing, but at the same time,
Do as I say, not as I do. Okay.
and here's the thing. I feel like maybe there should be like sing along times versus like not.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Everyone should do 2 shows. One where you get to sing, and one where you shut the
or
fuck
like
up.
the first half of the show is sing along time, then it's intermission, and then no one sings.
It's giving those special viewings of Wicked where they have the
Yes.
sing along.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that.
No,
I
I
don't
don't.
want to see anyone sing in my
Sorry.
theater.
I'm listening to Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia died for my Cynthia. It's like I'm listening to her. I'm feeling her emotions and I'm listening to her right now. She's singing to me and I need everyone to shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again,
Moral of the story in life, everyone needs to shut the fuck up.
it's giving to a callback to one of our first podcast episodes. We feel like what's her name? Lily from Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
Shut up and listen.
Shut up and listen. Exactly.
Our podcast, and
not you. I don't even know you. That's me to everyone at the show.
That's kind of a theme of our lives.
Yeah. Shut up and listen. And you want to know what advice I'm not taking of ours today? Why be upset when you can just have fun? Because actually I am upset.
You're upset.
And I'm upset because I want to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If these people are stopping me from having fun, I'm upset because I'm trying to have fun.
And at the end of the day, you and I are the only ones who are allowed to do anything.
Yeah. I can sing at a show.
But you cannot.
I can have a conversation if I want to. But no one else.
No. It's just not respectful of us.
And you want to know the other thing? I was thinking this especially at Dermot. Why are we getting blackout drunk at a Dermot Kennedy concert? It's the vibes. The vibes are weird, and like I just feel as though the older I get, Like I'm getting older, and like let me tell you, I'm getting older, and I can tell. I'm like, you kids get off my lawn. Like I'm like getting like crotchety, where like I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, first of all, why are we talking at a concert? We all paid money to be here. Second of all, why are you passing out at a concert? Be so for real. Third of all, why are we fighting? Just enough.
Well, just in general, like what's going on?
Yeah. Fourth of all, why are we getting so drunk at a concert? Here's the thing that I'm thinking about these days is I would like to remember things. When I was young, I would go to a show and I'd be like, it's time to get drunk. Like, I'm not even of legal age to drink, but I'm about to get drunk at this concert. Why? I'm not going to remember it. Like, I'm paying money. I would like to wake up and be like, that was really fun. I had a good time. And I feel like I'm approaching a lot of things in my life like that lately. But like, I'm just like, why am I? But like, Dermot's
The
vibes aren't
question,
even like getting drunk songs. Like he's literally singing about his anguish. And I'm like, if anything, they should just be selling red wine and ice cream here. Like I should be
literally,
able to like cry in peace with like a bottle of wine and like some comfort food. Like give me a
yeah,
cookie or some mac and
yeah.
cheese and some ice cream. Like let me do some crying. Like have chocolate around. But like people at this show were like crushing beers. There was a couple near us that literally put down at least 6 tall boys each.
Boston
And I
trash.
said, yeah, we're back in Boston, baby. And also,
They
what are the vibes on this Dermot show? Like, you guys just came here and, like, this music is really getting you going to drink your Bud Heavies? What?
My question is honestly, are we getting older or are the vibes getting worse? And I truly
Or are
just
we,
think that the vibes are getting
or
worse.
our vibes getting worse?
No, I truly think that the vibes of being out in society are just getting worse
Well, you know
in
what it
general.
is. You know what it
What?
is. It's that there were, like, 3, 4 years where people were not allowed out of the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that when that happened, you think?
And but the point I'm making is there was a subset, a specific age range
Mhm.
who may still have been mentally developing
Mhm. We know all about that.
were not forced
Edward Cullen.
to interact in society during some crucial years. And so they
100%.
came back 3 years later still at the social age that they were before, and it just has been absolute garbage since.
Yeah. And also the mindset that a lot of people have these days of main character syndrome. I a lot of people go into events or through life saying, I paid money to be here. I'm going to be as obnoxious as I want to because I paid money to be here. And that's literally not how society
Yeah.
works, by the way. You are part of a community and you do have to follow societal norms.
Some rules are
To be
there for a good
respected.
reason.
They are there for a good reason. You know, I hate a fuck ass rule for the sake of a fuck ass rule. But I do generally believe that people do deserve respect when you're out in public with them. And I do feel that main character syndrome has fucked up people's
Yes.
brains. You are not the only person here. You do not deserve special rights because you paid to be here.
Yep.
Everyone paid to be here, and everyone wants to have a good time. You're not special.
Exactly.
And so that's kind of why I do generally feel like the vibes have gotten worse is that,
Yeah.
and we can go on to a spiral on how late stage capitalism really promotes this, and
Don't
the
don't get her
independent
started,
mindset
people.
and the lack of community. Right? This could be a whole
I don't know.
podcast.
You don't know anyone anything. Actually, you do.
You owe everyone everything, and therapy talk on boundaries. Again, I could spend hours on this. However, the long story short and my core point is that it's rotting people's brains and abilities to be a part of
And
society
be
and
somewhat empathetic. Just like
be empathetic.
nobody is empathetic anymore and yet craves empathy from everyone else.
Oh, people love to pull the I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace. I'm setting my boundaries. I
But the
am
thing is
uh
that people are so black and white with it. Like people are so it's just
yeah.
everyone needs to be so extreme with everything. It's like either you don't owe anyone anything or you do owe everyone everything. And it's like, no, there is a happy medium. You should
Mhm.
protect your peace. Like you shouldn't go like you shouldn't be overexerting. Like you need to protect yourself because like at the end of the day, you are in your
Are
body.
you
Like you
are
are
you getting what you're
right, like
giving, right? If
exactly.
you're
Are you
not,
getting what you're giving, but you have to give to get. And like
exactly.
yeah, you should protect yourself. You should protect your peace, especially if there are people that are taking advantage of that and are like, you need to set some boundaries. But
Mhm.
you also need to be flexible with boundaries in order to also protect the peace of the people around you, whether you
Right.
know them or not.
Right.
Like you owe some people some things.
Yes. 100%. And again, I just like read something on Instagram, like a little Substack thing where it was like, convenience is making us miserable and making us unempathetic. And the fact that you don't have to ask your neighbors for help anymore, you can just hire a TaskRabbit, or you can get your groceries delivered. You're no longer interacting with people who don't look like you. Everything is about you. You can get hand like delivered things, like anything you want, and that is truly rotting our brains.
Mm-hmm.
And I am sick of it. I'm sick of existing in a society where people think that they don't owe anyone anything, but they expect 100% everything to go their way all of the time. And if they don't, they have a fucking meltdown.
Period.
And I'm sick of it. And that's all I'll say on that, because I don't want to ruin the vibes of the podcast. I don't want to get off on a tangent right now.
Too late for that.
What I'm just saying is, if you
know what?
are listening,
basically, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Go be a functioning member of society.
Yeah.
Lend a helping hand. Today, it was pouring fucking rain in New York. I saw a man on the corner, no hood, no umbrella. I just went right up to him and I said, "Do you want to stand under my umbrella?" Did I owe that man literally anything? No, I didn't. I just did it to be a kind human being.
And I bet he really appreciated it.
And while I did have to leave him at the next corner, it doesn't matter. I hope that for those 3 minutes we shared, he stayed dried.
Yeah.
So go be a member of society, guys. Be out there.
Something kind for someone. Just like do anything.
This is sort of a manifest minute of sorts, but we're not manifesting anything.
We're manifesting everyone being a good person. How about that?
Yeah.
Catch me outside being a good person. How about that?
Be a good person, be a good friend, do something for your neighbor. Obviously, we all know that SNAP benefits are not going out this month. If you can donate to your local food shelter, if you can lend a helping hand to someone in need, I think now more than ever is a time where we need community action more than ever. So
perfect
please.
Time of year too. It's the holiday season. There are so many opportunities to volunteer and like really become a part of your community. Do it.
Yeah. Please, we need it more than ever. You know, I'm famously anti-government. The government's not going to save us. We're going to save each other. So
amen.
Go get started on that. That's all I really have to say. But I'm feeling hopeful that people are better than I believe.
I agree.
So, and I know everyone listening to this podcast is a good person.
100%.
And
it's a requirement to listen to this.
Yeah.
And to get 45 minutes in.
Yeah. If you've made it this far, you are a good person. And you can get a doctor's note on that. I'll write you a note, whatever you want. Co-signed, Nicole and Kate, you're a good person.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. All right. Anything else?
This episode was 100% about Dermot Kennedy and spawned so many different topics. Moral of the story of this episode: be a good person, shut the fuck up, and go listen to Dermot Kennedy.
Period.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to See You on the Internet.
To keep up with the fun between episodes, make sure to follow us at See You on the Internet Pod on both Instagram and TikTok.
And to join in on the fun on the podcast itself, call the Kate Nicole hotline at 646-780-9063 or email us at hi@seeyouontheinternetpod.com.
We'll be back with a new episode soon, but in the meantime, we'll see you on the internet.